We got 3 billion in outflows, but some of our favorites are pumping on amazing reserve asset news. Crypto stocks are rallying. We'll talk XRP price, along with Custodia Bank exposing more choke point 2.0 action. No safe word for any of it.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Oh, I love seeing green on the screen, but it was a bit more green yesterday with the big news announcements. Pumps and dumps. Oh, we're going to talk about it. But before we get into the crypto news, your comments come first. And of course, what everyone? Happy motherfucking Monday. Regilio's hanging out. This is everything green on St. Patrick's Day. Oh, yeah. Would that be awesome to see a month long of green on our screens? We just got to get through macros. And remember, on the 7th, okay, we've got the big crypto meeting with David Sachs, the crypto czar. Titty Milk loves the name, says, dude, you're ripped. Thought you was skinny. I am. I'm ripped and I can run for miles and miles and miles. By the way, in less than 2 weeks, I have a race that if everything goes well, I will have run 100 miles in 24 hours. So if I'm kind of a prick these next 10 days, it's because I'm getting mentally race ready, bitches. Not a patient person, says, so I guess Trump saying XRP and other cryptocurrencies will be in strategic reserve is a nothing burger. Why the hell did the price drop? Because it's pumps and dumps in the crypto market. What about Pi Network? Pump and dump? I'm just saying, everyone. Bitcoin sitting at 89,650, ETH is 2287, XRP at 259. We're starting to see these gains pull back very fast. In fact, right before I went on to record this, BTC was at 91,000, so things are changing. ADA at 94 cents, XLM at 32, Doge at 21, H-bar at 24.8. We'll talk XP price at the end. All right, we still got to worry about this, and I think that's what the market's digesting here. The market's like, yo, we're going to pump certain things based on Trump's strategic reserve news, but yo, we got some problems that we still have to eat. A big poop sandwich, that is. Crypto market outflows near 3 billion amid weak investor sentiment, market fear. So, okay, we have seen some pumperoni in the crypto market, but unless you were one of the big ones mentioned or a peripheral, you didn't see any of the gains. Oh, you don't believe me? Then why are we now sitting at 16 out of 100 when it comes to BTC dominance? Yeah, that's not good. A couple of our alts have done really well, Sol, XRP, ADA, but the rest of them, girlfriend, they're not flowing as much. Over the past week, crypto outflows reach a staggering 2.9 billion, bringing the 3-week total to 3.8. This marks the 3rd consecutive week of capital leaving the crypto sector. That's not good. And it's a stark contrast to the preceding 19 weeks where we saw 29 billion flow in. So we had tons of money flow in, and then all of a sudden, they hit the brakes, girlfriend. That ABS locked up, that wheel was a shuddering, and now 3.8 billion has flown out. The latest CoinShares report describes the negative flows to weakening sentiment across the crypto market. It cites factors such as the recent Bybit hack. We know that. Also, a hawkish stance from the Federal Reserve and broader macroeconomic concerns. Holy shit, you would have thought I wrote this entire article because that's what I've been telling you about these last several weeks. We got to be careful, so don't get me wrong. I'm excited with the pumperoni news. But yo, we still got bad shit to digest. We believe several factors contribute to this trend, including the recent Bybit hack, hawkish Federal Reserve, and the preceding 19-week inflow totaling 29 billion. These elements likely led to a mix of profit-taking and weakened sentiment towards the asset class. Why is the Pi Network Pi down 40% in the past 4 days? Because it's all freaking pumps and dumps, man. Right? Stuff gets overhyped, and then what happens? It launches, do a little bit of pumperoni, and then dumperoni. The native token of the Pi Network saw the light of day on February 20th, almost 6 years after the birth of the project. That's the other problem, too. Over-promising and under-delivering. It took you fucking 6 years to do this? Come on. The asset was at the forefront of gains during its first trading days, rising at almost $3 on February 27th, but now it is way, way down to 167. Pumps and dumps, it's still the norm in the crypto market. Look at the chart up on the screen. And by the way, you want to read about this or anything else in any of my videos? It's all linked where everyone in the description below. Oh, you're not going to stop me on singing on this Monday. Microstrategy, now known as Strategy, surges 12% as BTC bounces. Told you over the weekend that one of the cool things that us crypto investors and players out there can do is we could trade this action 24 hours a day. But the strategy players had to wait, and they all had to rush early for early hours trading. Oh, that's not good. Shares of Microstrategy are soaring 12% in pre-market trading on Monday after BTC surged above the 90,000 mark. In a bid to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the world, Trump wants a stockpile of cryptos like BTC, ETH, XRP, SOLANA, and Cardano. And think, stuff was left out, and it was left out for a reason. In fact, the original post from Trump says XRP, SOL, and ADA. Then, an hour later, he's like, oh yeah, I forgot BTC and ETH. He also forgot the rest of the alts out there, which guess what? Probably means them homegirls aren't included. He says stuff strategically for a reason. Now, let's get the grossness out of the way, and then we're going to talk XRP and crypto price, okay? Choke point 2.0. No safe words are going to help you when the United States government is going after you. So asparagus, 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 it's a waste of fucking time to say it. Long, we're talking about Caitlin Long, the CEO of Custodia Bank, talked at a recent financial summit about how many U.S.-based cryptocurrency businesses have had trouble keeping banking ties because the government is looking more closely at financial institutions that work with crypto. Several crypto-focused businesses such as exchange, blockchain startups have trouble getting banking services. In fact, Brad Garlinghouse was personally debanked by his bank. The Blockchain Association did a poll in 2024 and found that this is where shit gets messed up. That 55% of US-based crypto businesses had trouble getting into banks. This is a big jump from 34% in 2022. One of the most talked about crypto banks is Custodia Bank, which is based in Wyoming and deals in digital assets. That's also where Lumens is from, who's trying to head up the BTC Strategic Reserve. Caitlin Long started the bank and applied for a Federal Reserve Master Account in 2021 so it could offer direct banking services to crypto companies. But in early 2023, the Federal Reserve turned down Custodia's application because they were worried about the risks that came with digital assets. Long said that this choice was made for political reason, that Custodia Bank has stricter rules following them than most banks. In financial services, regulators are picking winners and losers, and crypto's on the losing side. This has nothing to do with managing risk. It has to do with power, and we've all said it. And now the SEC, the new regime, along with the president, along with David Sachs and others out there, are looking to make the wrongs right. All right, let's start talking about crypto pricing. First things first, volume. Absolutely blowing up on Monday, up 224% to $213 billion. Now, if we look at cryptos, all right, check out the 7-day. You're starting to see some things be green for the 7-day. XRP to 687, that's percentage-wise. ADA at 33% gains. So you're starting to see players out there move. Now, even Sol getting the pumperoni on the news is barely breaking even over the last 7 days, up only 1.26%. So not everything out there is getting the biggest pumperoni. Now, here's what you need to pay attention to. It's this right here. This is the year-to-date gains. Check this out. Look in the top 20, okay? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cryptos in the top 20 that are green for the year of 2025. That's it. So when it comes to looking at this and seeing that it's Bitcoin dominance, and it's also seeing that there's massive amounts of outflows and that only a couple of the cryptos have benefited from Trump's announcements, well, this all makes sense, doesn't it? Now, looking at XRP, we saw some big initial pumperoni rejected at the $3 mark. In fact, the high candlestick was $299.99. Since then, the market has kind of moved sideways, and then the morning action came, and we started pulling down. Now, granted, we're still ahead, okay? In the 7-day, we're still ahead. You could see the obvious move right here, but we've erased about half the gains, and that's kind of normal with crypto. You see the big pumperoni, and then the dumperoni. Look at Pi Network. Moved on up to 3. It's about half of that right now. Sounds very familiar, doesn't it? Now, with XRP, zoom out for the month, and you can see for the month, we're still at a loss, everyone. This is kind of wild here. So yes, this was great that we got the mention of XRP, but we're still trying to dig ourselves out of the hole. Now, that being said, look at the lows of $2 and then some on the 28th of February, only to find us pumping a couple days later. So is that the government and the bigs out there trying to shake everyone out for the big pump? For the big announcement from Trump? I've been reading a lot of your comments down below, and you've been saying what I've been thinking. Bro, this was all strategic. This was all timed. They were trying to shake the market out. They were trying to get the price as low as they could so the bigs could jump back in, buy on the dip, and that's what we saw. We saw some big buying on the dip, and they made profits, everyone. But let's zoom into those candlesticks to see if anything jumps out to us. We're going to go to the 15-minute mark because, yeah, it takes 15 minutes to get the job done. If it takes more than that, then she's probably not enjoying it. All right, so here's that move, okay? Really, really healthy. We were sitting there at lows of 222, got up to that 299 here, and that happened fast. That happened without about an hour and a half we saw that movement. Now, we did have a secondary move. It was a little bit less than the primary. We had a tertiary move, which was less as well. You had two candlesticks back to back that were at 296. Could not breach higher than 296, and that's when we started to see the downward effect. The low on this near-term move is right at 252, and right now we're sitting right at 258. So alerts for me are at 250 on the low side, 280 on the high side. I want to see if we could breach through the sideways motion that we had here earlier in the morning. Overall, though, this is really great news, but it's a lot of the same in the crypto market. Massive amounts of outflows. Certain ones are doing good, and the ones that are doing good appear to be what everyone pumping and then dumping. Why? Manipulation, bots, profits, and insider information. Oh, do we need those rags? So how do you feel about certain cryptos being left out? How do you feel about the market seeing certain things pump and then come back from the highs? Pi Network doing the same thing. Years and years and years of promising and hyping only to find out that it went like this, and then people were trying to play catch a falling knife. This is very typical. Ray, sweetie, I'm trying to do a video. Stop chewing your bone. This is very typical of the crypto market and is very reminiscent of the last several years, where a lot of the big news, yeah, gave us some action, but then the action went away. Buy the rumor and sell the news. Yeah, we're back into the old days of crypto. Now, that being said, macros are still ruling the roost. Jerome Powell and the Fed being hawkish is still something we have to pay attention to. 3.8 billion in outflows. Yeah, we've got a handful of cryptos that are pumping, but the rest of the market is bleeding and bleeding bad. Big money is pulling out. We showed you the institutional money took a total 180 over these last 4 weeks. So we're going to have to pay attention, and we're going to have to see if this move and the announcement from Trump lasts and keeps the crypto market pumped up, because as of right now, we're starting to see those gains wash away. And it would be a shame if they completely washed away and got us back to the pricing before the Trump crypto reserve announcement. Do you think that's going to happen? Do you think the market is going to pump like it did and then all of a sudden erase all the gains and go back to normal time? Let me know in the comments down below. Maybe I'll share it at the beginning of the next video. If you like what you saw, hit the like button. Ray, sweetie, stop chewing. I can hear it. Ray, sweetie, stop. If you like what you saw, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out. As my dog is chewing on her bone down there. Do you hear the gnawing? That is hard, concrete gnawing. So, all right, everyone. I got stuff to do. I got a race in less than 2 weeks. And, of course, what, everyone? Lucas, come here, buddy. Oh, it's Leia. Come here. Here, you guys want to do some doggy time? Come on, sweetie. Come on, big guy. Come on up. Oh, my big guy wants to cuddle. Come here, Vader. You're a big boy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Who wants to come up here? Who wants to come up here? Who wants to come up? Oh, my big boy does. Look at my big boy, Vader. Oh, my God. You're so big, buddy. Hi. Hi. Oh, I love you, too. I know, buddy. All right, everyone. I'll catch y'all later. And, of course, what? Choo, choo, bitches. Whoa, don't touch the keyboard, big guy. What are you doing? Oh, my God.